G'day Aces, it's Isaac here, it's Tuesday here, and here is Paisley, Scotland. I'm staying in my friend's apartment and we've been watching Vlogbrothers, and that's inspired me to do a Google autofill questions video, but it's really hard to get 26 questions into a 4-minute video, so I'm speaking really fast. My question is, how do you words? Got the all down there listed on a screen. I'm pointing down there, looking down there, and one slightly strangely lit. Go! How do you add fractions? You play around with each one individually until the denominators are the same, you add the numerators together and you get a single sexy fraction. How do you breed a moondragon? I don't know. What's a moondragon? Probably from a game I've not played before, sorry. How do you cook quinoa? I also don't know. I don't know what quinoa is. You fry, bake, boil, but mash it, stick it in a stew, boil and mash it, stick it... No, don't. I'm sorry. How do you do? How do you do? How do you enable cookies? Vary slightly from browser to browser, but basically you go Tools, Settings, find some Privacy Options tab, turn them on. Go! Easy. How do you find the area of a triangle? You multiply its base times its height times the half. How do you get scabies? I don't know what scabies are. I think it's American slang for scabs, in which case I've got some on my arm and you just get cut and they happen. It's easy. How do you hook up? That's something you need to work out for yourself, but I can tell you it will initially be difficult and or awkward. How do you install Dazed? I don't know what Dazed is. Capital D-A-Y-Z. Some program that for some reason doesn't have an auto-installer. Dazed dev team, make an auto-installer so that this question is redundant. How do you jailbreak your iPod? It's actually really easy. You plug it in and you go to www.jailbreakme.com and you click the Jailbreak Me button and it does it automatically unless you have an iPod like I have, in which case it's not compatible with jailbreakme.com and you have to do it manually with Redstone or Pwnage Tool or something like that, and the screen's just gone off. Panic stations. What's the next question? I think the next question is, it's there now. How do you know? You don't know. There's nothing that you can know other than that you exist. I'm sorry, it's the way it is. How do you like them apples? I love them apples. Apples here are actually brilliant. The fresh fruit on the continent was rubbish, but it's really good here, surprisingly, given the weather. But they bring them in from all over the world. I went down to the shop yesterday, I bought apples from Chile, I bought apples from France, I bought apples from New Zealand that have come further than me to get here. That's not how fresh fruit works. How do you make a bed in Minecraft? Cloth, or wool, I can't remember what it's called. Blanks. Arm and nerve. How do you name a star after someone? But guess you discover a star and call it what you want. There's probably a board that stops you from calling it Douche Canoe. Please name a star Douche Canoe if you can. But discover it and call it what you want. Call it what you want. Oh God. How do you open an iPhone with difficulty and by voiding your warranty? How do you print screen? There's like a button here called that says print screen, and copies it to the clipboard, paste it into whatever you want to do it in. How do you qualify for the Olympics? By being really good in an Olympic event and then doing Olympic things. How do you reset an iPod? You hold down the home button and the power button for 5 or 7 seconds, I can't remember. It comes up with like a plug into your computer thing. You plug it in your computer and iTunes does it automatically. How do you screenshot? I told you already, why aren't you listening? How do you take a screenshot on a Mac? What is with you and screenshots? And why are you using a Mac? Just don't use a Mac and do what I said before. Easy. Not using a Mac is generally good advice as well, in my opinion. How do you update iTunes? Just freaking open it. It asks you to update all the time. It's so annoying. Open it. It'll ask you, I guarantee. How do you vote? You enroll to vote online. It's really easy. I did it earlier this year. You go to a polling booth on voting day, you write it on a piece of paper and you put it in a box and you vote. Make your vote count. Do it. I don't care if you have to or not where you are. Vote. Do it. How do you work out percentages? You have like the big number of things and the small number of things, and you divide them by each other, and then you multiply by 100 and you get the percentage. How do you XYZ summon? I don't know what XYZ summoning is. I think it's something to do with Yu-Gi-Oh, which I've not played in ages. How do you yield in Skyrim? You shield your weapon, your weapon, which I think is assigned to R by default, and if the person you're fighting isn't an arse, they will let you yield, and otherwise they'll continue to kill you and you'll die. How do you zoom in? I'm presuming this is mean on a computer, in which case you hold Control and scroll wheel in, or press plus, and 4 minutes!